So I received a request to review ChatGPT Agent, and I will tell you right up front, I am not an agent boss. I've taken some classes on agents, and I will be very honest with you. The class promised that I would be able to run agents. People would be clamoring for services, but agents, in my experience, they're not there yet. There is a huge need for monitoring at this point, and it was incredibly wonky. It broke constantly. So, yeah, I didn't leave with any feeling of being an agent boss.
I'm thinking if this is a new tool and it's an agent tool in ChatGPT, I'm not used to prompting for an agent. So I want it to work with me and teach me how I need to prompt. So I'm going to give it a certain scenario that I was working with to see if the agent tool can let me look at this problem in a new way.
When the agent tool came out, I went into ChatGPT because I wanted to have a conversation. I wanted to figure out, how does my prompting need to change with an agent as opposed to what I was doing previously. I asked, I want you to teach me how to better prompt for the new agent tool. What do you need from me? And basically, the agent tool allows ChatGPT to access the live web. Okay, that doesn't scream agent to me. So I'm like, okay, I want to know, how do I prompt for better use? So it asks me, let me know your use cases. Let me know your comfort level. Do you want a template or a skill set? And what role do you want to practice? So I said, I am using ChatGPT currently for research. I'm confident, but I want to go deeper, and I want to develop prompting skills that help me move beyond just deep research. Okay. So it's telling me that I need to shift from data requests to task-oriented prompts. And it's asking me to prioritize what my priorities would be based on a goal. So it's giving me this blueprint for how I can use it. Okay. So let's say, for example, I want to search for menopause exercise regimens. Okay. So I'm going to tell it search for menopause exercise regimens recommended by either Mayo Clinic, Cleveland Clinic, or functional medicine practitioners since 2022. Prioritize those tailored to women in their 50s with full-time jobs and limited energy. Return pros and cons of each. That to me is what I would put in Manus or deep research. So I'm not seeing how this is different for agent. Okay. So it's giving me this idea that it can search, it can filter, and it can format a response. That does not wow me because I was able to do that before. So again, I'm wondering, what's the shift with agent? So I'm telling it, show me how to rewrite the following prompt to take better advantage of these agent capabilities. I don't know what I don't know. So I'd like to learn what's possible. And I gave it a prompt that I wanted it to improve. So it's asking me to break my prompt up into distinct agent tasks, clarify source expectations, and embed synthesis. Ask for action ready outputs. Okay. So it's telling me that it's willing to create a presentation for me. It'll do a 3-slide outline with headings and summary bullets. Okay, so I feel like that's a dead end. I see Manus, I see deep research.
So if that was on me, maybe it was my prompt. If I'm prompting for research and I'm using the agent tool, it's just going to show me how to do more research. So maybe I need to change the scenario then.
So now what I want to do is I want to think about how to use this agent tool to improve in automations in my workflow for the podcast. So it already knows me as a podcast host. It knows the tools I use. It knows basically my workflow, but I'm going to tell it anyway. So I go through my entire workflow and it says, yes, this is a gold mine for agent tool optimization. Thanks for outlining your workflow so clearly. You're already operating like a pro. So we haven't lost that sycophantic structure quite yet because pro is not immediately what comes to mind. But now's the time it's telling me to think like a systems strategist. All right, so we're going to use the agent tool to bridge the tools that I already have, reducing manual steps and add smart automation. This is exactly what I want. All right, here we go. And then it falls apart. First, it identifies automation ready steps that I already have. Calendly talks to Zoom, Zoom talks to Descript. Boom. Captivate will upload to YouTube. Perfect. I can upload from Canva directly to LinkedIn. Okay, so we've got some automations, pointing out automations that I already have. The agent tool can't directly connect APIs or push buttons, but it can research, build automations with tools like Zapier or Make, and find the best low code solutions to streamline your process. That's where the magic happens. Okay, so a discussion question workflow, Descript Captivate to YouTube handoff, visual assets and LinkedIn post workflow. It's helping me research automations. So I tell it, wait, I want to back up a step. What's the difference between an agent and an automation? And it says that an agent, like ChatGPT with the agent tool, is a smart assistant you can talk to. It can search the web, synthesize information, compare tools, and generate tasks or content for you. It does not directly perform actions. Okay, I understand what automations are. I understand that for me to create an automation, I have certain options. Okay. There are automations that automatically are triggered by a workflow in my system already. So, for example, Calendly goes directly to Zoom. Done deal. Don't have to think about it. Descript collects automatically from Zoom. I just have to click a single button. So, yeah, there's a little bit of manual in there, but those are automations that I capitalize on. So, I'm wondering for the agent in ChatGPT, I could say that this is not an agent at all, that it's only researching where I can create more automations. So, yes, I can interact with it. Yes, it will perform research for me, but it will not take action. It will tell me how to take action myself, but it does not take action for me. So, I point out to it, okay, hang on. So, my hang up is happening in that I was thinking agent equaled agency. An agent was taking the action, not just showing me how to take action. So ChatGPT can teach me how to's. So then why would I need an agent? So the confusion, ChatGPT tells me, was on me. I thought agent equaled agency, but actually, an agent in ChatGPT is more like a powered up researcher and strategist. It can reason through complex multi step tasks and then give me how to answers. So it recognized that I was going to have a question at that point. Why not just use the regular ChatGPT? And so it says, without the agent, you get static knowledge as of June 2024. With the agent, you get real time data. Without the agent, there's no ability to verify fresh info. With the agent, we can check prices, links, tutorials, and tools. Without the agent, I can't confirm recent platform updates. With the agent, I can pull from live support docs, blogs, and posts. Without the agent, I have to describe every detail. With the agent can search and fill in the gaps. Okay, so it's telling me the best use of the agent tool is for fresh information, comparisons between tools, real tutorials, walkthroughs, and templates, problem solving, or to eliminate guesswork.
So now I'm recognizing that rather I want it to look at my automations, or rather I want it to look at a previous prompt I did. What the agent tool is going to capitalize on is research. So, okay, let me see. I'm going to give it a task that should be fairly straightforward, give it a smaller thing to do as an agent.
So I tried working with the agent tool to get it to take action for me. And I watched as it hit every wall possible. So let me search this really fast. I'm going to show you what I tried to do. All right. So I tried to get it to create a Las Vegas birthday plan for me. And I slipped it into agent mode and I said, I want to go to Las Vegas for my birthday. I'd like to focus on eating at highly rated yet affordable restaurants off strip, and I want to find the cheapest tickets available to see The Wizard of Oz at Sphere. I gave it a few more answers to some of its questions, travel dates, budget range for meals, budget range for tickets, and it worked around that. So it said that it was going to find highly rated restaurants in Las Vegas off strip that fit the budget. It was going to search for the most affordable tickets for Wizard of Oz at the Sphere. And it started that research. So it worked for about 13 minutes. And I watched while it worked. It tried to make reservations for me. It hit wall after wall. It tried to look up show dates and get actual prices. It hit wall after wall, and it could not navigate the calendar feature that came with getting an actual price. So it ended up giving me a generic how to, which is unfortunate because what it was supposed to do was give me actual prices. For example, specifically the show dates. The dates matter in price, but it could not negotiate that calendar when I gave it specific dates. I could have looked it up faster myself. So this is what I'm talking about when I'm talking about the wonky that exists with agents right now. There are still a ton of firewalls that it keeps hitting. A lot of the restaurants that it was looking up recognized that this was a bot trying to book, and it blocked it. A lot of the places that couldn't read updated articles, it was hitting walls. So I want you to recognize that when people are coming at you and throwing these ideas of, oh my God, the agent, it's going to rewrite the world. You've got to be an agent boss right now. No, not quite yet.